While I got you
Hello,
working.
and welcome to a scene for the House of Cards venue. Today, Dextra will be going to visit Riker's business because he gave her the details, and she needs to try and talk with him about arranging learning more about changelings, hopefully without going insane.
Not
Um,
promising anything.
so she's going to make her way over there. And do you want to set the scene by explaining what it looks like?
Sure. Right now, the crowd's not that bad. It's just barely getting time where the doors are opening up for the nighttime crowd. Uh, the bouncers are already checking IDs. When you show up and get to the head of the line where the bouncer is, he just looks at you and just ushers you in through the door like you were expected. You come in. It's a nightclub slash strip club. The girls are already getting to work with some of their early clients. Uh, Riker is already. Looks like he's not in the front at the moment. So you're heading. Would probably head over to the bartender and ask where to meet him.
Well, I think she'd probably check through in the strip club section first and then ask the bartender if she still doesn't see him.
Yeah. Um. You can roll perception and alertness. See if he's in there.
Not her best skills, but yeah. Let's see. Dice. Come here, dice. Wow.
Oh wow.
He's everything.
You basically is you spot him right away. He's with one of somebody with a clipboard, basically going over some details of it looks like maintenance work uh, that he's wanting Riker to sign off on, and I guess you make your way over to him.
Yes. But they're all like that. I even noticed where the chewing gum has been trodden into the carpet.
Oh wow. Uh,
I'm mostly
yeah,
joking on that.
yeah, you with that kind of a roll, you actually see the scraper off the janitor on the janitor's side, and it looks like there's some spent chewing gum on been already cleaned up.
So yeah, she'll make her way over with a smile and a wave if he looks in her direction.
He looks up for a second and gives a slight wave and looks back down and just signs off on the order. And looks up at you and goes, "Hi, hey Dextra. Uh, I'm assuming you came by for uh, what we talked about the other day."
Um, yeah, because you were talking about maybe needing someone to help out around here with the computers and stuff.
Ah, sure. He takes you over behind the bar and lets you have a look at the POS systems first.
Unless it's ridiculously over the top, I don't think I ever need to roll. Please.
Um, Basically, it looks like it's a nice a little setup of a POS system, but it's not up to date.
Mm-hmm.
You straight out look at it and notice he definitely needs to update badly.
Okay.
I
Well,
don't know in tech terms what that be would be the updated version of the POS system, but on, in character Dextra does, I'm assuming.
Yeah, in character, she probably knows a whole bunch. As it is, I'm probably just going to spout off a bunch of jargon and pretend. Um,
Yeah.
um, yeah, I mean, it looks like you've got a few blind spots and some issues with your firewall that could use updating. Not to mention the virus scanner and the hookup to the recording system could probably use a bit of a going over. And you might want to update your memory capacity.
Okay.
And then
Uh,
if you really want to look into improving the system, but again, that's only if you really want to look into it, the cameras could probably stand an upgrade. I mean, video quality varies from place to place anyway, so they're not that bad, but it depends what kind of a system you're looking for.
all right.
Plus, I would definitely recommend, if you don't mind the upgrades for it, if you tie in a temperature, infrared camera to your standard camera, you should be able to detect the unusual fluctuations.
Okay. That's something I'm going to be looking into. Do you know how much it would be if I tried this?
Well, I mean, parts you're looking at a couple of hundred.
Okay, that's not bad.
Obviously, most of the cost is usually kind of labor and sorting everything out,
Yeah.
but
Okay.
it shouldn't be too tricky.
Good to know. All right. I'm guessing you wanted to talk about that other thing we talked about besides this.
Yeah, about the little trip.
Yeah. He. I'm guessing he just. Would assume he gestured for you to walk with him, and he leads you to his actual office in the back, and he. You notice there's nobody in the room. He just goes, "Okay, so," and he closed the door. So I'm assuming your higher ups actually approved of it.
Yeah, though they did warn me that the last person that kind of went with the changelings a lot that they knew of gradually went insane.
And he just
So,
chuckles a little bit. Um,
so I'm a
yeah,
little bit worried, but they don't seem to worry that much.
well, needless to say, it that kind of does happen if you're not mentally prepared for it. I actually even warned uh, my friend the mage and to be careful about meditating here at the club about because of that. But if you still want to do it, I can more than happy get you started.
Cool. Well, I was just thinking it might be an idea to kind of plan for it. I mean, how long is it likely to? Because people get worried if I don't call in and stuff.
You're not actually unless you actually enter the dreaming through one of our places of power. You're not actually leaving this plane of existence. So you can still, as long as you don't do that, you can call in as much as you want
Oh,
or
it's
need
just I
to.
thought that was what we were planning to. Huh? Because you said
Uh,
you'd show me the strange places that you could get to.
yeah, yeah. I'm just saying. like if you need to call, you'd have to leave that area
Okay.
because technically you're not in the cell phone network anymore.
Okay. Well, that's good to know.
Yeah. But as long as but when you're walking around like here in the regular mundane world, you should be okay. But you, I'd rather you be like here because so I can keep an eye on you because back home in New York there was a lot of problems with the wolf prodigals with and enchantment. The yeah, the young the cubby didn't know what had happened, and you're also kind of vulnerable to straight out anything from my side of the world.
Okay. Well, that doesn't sound great, but how long does it tend to last?
Well, some it depends on how high your disbelief is. AKA, it depends on how high out of character. AKA, it's depends on how high your banality is. Uh, what would be the banality for a Tremere?
Usually 7 or 8.
Oh, uh, let's see.
But
You're a
whether you know that
vampire.
much in character or not.
Yeah. What kind of vampire are you? That's all he says.
Um, uh, Camarilla?
That still didn't help me. It kind of, as much as I've heard about the vampires, it kind of the disbelief kind of varies from uh, different sects within your umbrella Camarilla thingy.
Do you mean the different clans? Because you said sects.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Like I said, limited interaction with the vampires.
Okay. Um, I'm a Tremere.
Um, 2 days tops,
Okay.
if unless you want to prolong it. Out of character, I just threw a ballpark number out there. I'd have to check with Ari on how many days he's actually wanting to, how long it would take for an enchantment to last.
It's actually usually around 2 days on werewolves, and it's probably only a day.
Okay.
But probably a day and definitely a day are two different things.
Yeah, he basically just says, yeah, 2 days tops,
Okay.
unless we plan to prolong the trip.
So, this weekend?
Sure. You want Friday to Monday or Friday to Sunday?
Well, if we start Friday and then it stops when it stops.
Okay. So start Friday uh, at midnight, so you can have at least 24 hours before it comes you come out of it.
Okay. I'm going
Uh,
to need to make a few preparations, but yeah, that sounds like a good plan.
all right. My suggestion: bring pencil, either a notepad or and pen or something to write stuff down.
Oh, definitely. Oh, wait.
Because
When is the council thing again?
oh, I actually had to call Gabriel on that one because I'm even, like I said, I'm even new to the area, and uh, I just been
Because I think
barely.
it's this weekend, so we might have to wait until after that because because I kind of have to go and see about trying to become this devil person.
Oh, okay. I we can wait until after the council meeting then.
And if you're there, we can always just kind of meet up there.
Yeah. Depending on what happens, you might come prepared for anything. So maybe change of clothes, the pencil and the notepad and pen, just to record stuff because that's the only surefire way I know that can allow any non-changeling to remember their little time in enchantment.
Okay. Anything else? I mean, do you think I'm likely to need something in terms of a snack or
It would probably be a good idea to bring something to snack on for you because uh, it, feeding off us I don't think would be a good idea for you because you don't like your mind altered.
yeah. No, I have kind of been warned about that. That sounds like a bad plan. And it also might be why the other person is kind of cuckoo.
Yeah, if you fed off me like in a worst case scenario, and in case of emergency thing type deal, uh, the enchantment would probably be prolonged, more than likely be prolonged because you're not just getting the me just imbuing you with my glamour. It's hitting your system directly in the raw unrefined form.
Not
What I gathered from what I heard, that my house had dealings with your people in rumors.
yes.
So instead of 2 days, it may be 3 or 4, depending on how much you took in that kind of worst case scenario situation.
And I guess it's possible he took far too much.
Yeah,
Although it could be something completely different. I don't know.
yeah. There is that, and there is a possibility that, like I said, if you're not mentally prepared for it enough, it will drive you completely bonkers.
So how do you prepare?
You're you're just you base your own will should be strong enough to handle it. Uh, Out of character, what is Dextra's willpower?
Oh, it's likely high enough. It's 7.
Uh, yeah, you seem like a pretty willful person, so you should be okay on the mental part.
You use will for Thorm. It's kind of important for the Tremaine.
Yeah. Uh, as long as we don't go into the worst case scenario emergency situation, we should be okay. And I don't like take you into the more hinkier area, uncharted areas of the dreaming, out going out in the first try.
Okay. Well, that's good to know.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, my suggestion, my those are my suggestions. On top of that, more than likely feed before we go, and
Okay.
just keep like a reserve supply on you, just in case like you had to like basically use one of your powers or whatever they're called to like defend yourself against something. I'm not saying that could happen, but more than likely, with an unpredictable world like the Dreaming, you don't know what's going to happen.
Um, I'm not really very good at that stuff yet.
Uh,
I haven't really been a vampire for very long, so the fighting stuff is not really my specialty. But
um, way you are with technology, just I'm assuming your knowledge of technology is mixed with your blood arts.
sometimes, mostly, I'm just really good with the technology.
Oh,
Yeah, out of character, she's got intelligence 5, computer 5. She
yeah,
generally doesn't actually use her technomancy. And she hasn't mentioned really that it's a magical thing.
yeah. Out of character, he's basically saying if push comes to shove, you could probably use your technomancy as a defense mechanism if we
Cool.
actually came into a fight. Because I'm just going to assume out of character, Ari can actually tell us otherwise. That when you use your technomancy, your banality is actually goes up.
Quite possibly.
Yeah.
We shall find out.
Yep. It's he just basically in character goes. But yeah. No. Feed before you and we go, then just have a reserve supply on you just in case.
Okay. And she'll probably fiddle with her bracelet at this point, which is a subconscious tick.
Uh,
Well, I say tick, it's a subconscious movement of fiddling with her bracelet.
yeah. I need to pull up my character sheet now.
To see whether you're likely to notice.
Since he's looking directly at you, I'm just going to assume he did notice.
Yeah, whether he notices it as something other than just her being a bit nervous about the fact that she might be going someplace or she'll get attacked by crazy weird creatures.
One success.
Okay. Well, it's up to you. She's not done anything with it. It's just her. She's just fiddling
It's
with
just
it.
perception empathy. He wouldn't.
Yeah.
He probably already. I'm just gonna say probably say like in chimerical reality, when he looked at the bracelet, when he saw the tick would go off, he's probably seeing through chimerical reality that the magic on it didn't go off.
Yep, it didn't. It's just discussing having an emergency reserve.
But like I said, the only reason why you need have a reserve like that is, like I said, since you're new to the area, and it is an unpredictable area to be in, even for someone of my kind. And we know what to expect. It still is still problematic.
She'll nod.
But other than that, you should be fine as long as you're around me.
Okay.
And I'm not taking you near my mom's family, my mom's place, outright. Uh, I'm probably just gonna take you to like the local like shopping malls and in general stuff like for here, just so you can get a lay of the land, and it's like an easy soft trip for you. I'm not going to take you into the hardcore stuff.
Okay. It sounds like
But
you kind of work into things.
yeah, just give you a heads up. Out of character, he's not going to give you the kit, but in character, he says just give you a heads up. If you meet up with you talk with somebody that it seems like he can only talk in a whisper. Don't interrupt him. And don't ask direct questions of like relating to what kind of changeling he is. It's very insulting to him, to their kind.
But you can ask direct questions about other things.
Yeah, basically in general stuff that you know, like I can answer.
Okay.
But directly about his kind of changeling and stuff like that, yeah, that's off limits.
Well, I'll try not to interrupt him. Sometimes I get a bit kind of carried away with stuff, but I'll really try.
Yeah, out of character, he just described the slew.
She needs a referral to that,
Yeah.
But other than that, anybody like basically of my kind of changeling, just be respectful, like you would be for your higher up people. I'm not like that normally, but as in there, I'm going. My personality would probably more than likely switch on you.
Okay.
Into that that mindset is said, but when I'm around others of my kind, just go with it and just be like respectful, like you would be of one of your higher ups in your with your people, and with them you should be fine.
Okay.
But other than that, it should be an easy go with it. And you, oh shoot, I don't know if I could. I trade is the trade system is a thing with us, with like enchanted visitors and stuff, because we know that y'all don't have the currency of for our kind.
Well, what is it?
Um, it's hard to explain. It's basically like the condensed version of he just the condensed version of the stuff that's in us, that fuel like how y'all are with blood.
Right. So kind of
It,
like the chi things that Jolie was discussing the other day.
yeah. Basically, it's just in a condensed physical form.
Okay.
So yeah, trade is a thing with us if you want to get something, but it has to be of equal or more value than what you're trying to get. You're trying to get from that vendor.
So what kind of things other than kind of like energy cheese stuff, what kind of things would you take along to trade?
Depending on it depends on the vendor and what kind of changeling they are. Um, uh, Sometimes shiny things work on some groups of changelings.
Okay.
Uh, if it's like my kind, jewelry sometimes
Okay.
works. Anything pretty?
She'll be noting this down, by the way.
Yeah.
So, you know,
Um,
actually noting it down in a notepad.
the one that I told you about that whispers a lot, that toxin whisper, that could be a whole lot of things.
Like, I'm just trying to figure out if there's something I should take with me in case I find something. I guess it's kind of like if you're visiting a different country, it's good to see if you can have some of the currency from there. And then,
Yeah.
you know, if you don't see any souvenirs, then you don't have to worry about it. But if you do, then you kind of are going to want to have the money.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I just moved here and I don't have any supplies of the actual currency with me. I had to actually get with the mage, my mage little friend, about that because we were working that out. Um,
So, like, you put, because like you said, it was condensed, you like put the energy into something.
Basically,
Um,
but go ahead.
um, she fiddles with her bracelet a bit and she takes one of the beads off and holds it out. Do you think this might come in handy?
Um, what kind of magic is on it? I can see that there's something there, but it's not active.
I can't really kind of tell you the details, but it's got stuff in it. Out of
Uh,
character? Out of character, it is it contains blood essentially. You do a ritual, you soak the thing in blood, and then when you want to get it back, you eat the thing and you get a blood point.
um,
So
with
theoretically, it
with
does
two
have
six,
power in it, but
yeah, it with two successes, I'm assuming he sees the traces of blood magic on it.
well, I'm not sure whether he can figure out his blood magic, but he can probably
Yeah.
figure out that there's some energy in it that is not glamour, but is along the same lines, in the same way that yin chi might appear.
That could work, but it looks like it's more connected to you. That comes close to what I'm talking about, but it looks like it's more attuned to your tastes than my kind.
Well, yeah, it kind of is, but I don't really know how to make your ones yet.
Ah, um,
Though I'd be interested in trying to learn. You never know.
yeah, I could try and activate it for you, but it looks more like it would activate on your upon your with your vocation of powers, not mine.
Yes, yeah, I'm just using it as an example.
Yeah.
She'll take
That
the bead back and put it back on the bracelet.
that actually is a good example of what I'm talking about.
Okay.
That's actually an awesome comparison. A very, very similar, awesome comparison.
So I just kind of need to figure out how to put your kind of power into things.
Yeah.
And work out exactly what that is.
Yeah. Basically, where yours is blood, mine's more of the long lines of raw, raw dream energy.
It's like dreams as in when you sleep, or dreams as in when you kind of think about things and try and come up with hopes and goals and stuff.
Yes.
Both?
Yes.
Okay.
Anything basically of creativity and think anything of extreme creativity, extreme passion, love, bravery. Uh,
Okay.
think of Peter Pan, basically.
Okay. So kind of fairy dust. Okay.
Kind of.
But if I can't make those, because it sounds like that's something that will take lots of studying and stuff.
Yeah.
Other than jewelry, what do you think I should bring?
Um.
Like cookies or
Candy, cookies, those anything sweet would work if they're of the kind that's the youngest of us.
she suddenly kind of smirks for smiles at her thought. Pixie sticks.
Oh God, no! Oh,
I used to love pixie sticks.
uh, they're awesome in certain situations. Uh, uh, don't mix pixie stick sugar with a soda from down south called Dr. Pepper of the United States called Dr. Pepper. That's tantamount of basically for a living person downing basically slamming 5 monsters at once.
Okay. I can't really have either of those, so okay.
Oh, yeah, yeah, monster. Uh, uh, Candy, anything sweet would work for the if it's like a kid. It looks like a kid, acts like a kid of
Okay.
my kind. Uh,
So sweets,
Toys.
cookies, jewelry, toys. Anything else?
The ones that whispered that, like I said, that could be a wide range of different things. It's they're they won't ask you for your soul or anything. It's just they could conceivably come close.
Well, I don't want to go trading any souls.
Yeah, but they couldn't do anything with it if they tried. But they would, like I said, it could range. It's a wide range of different things they could ask for.
Like
Um,
my voice, like in the like in Little Mermaid.
Yeah, basically, you think of all the old fairy tales of Brothers Grimm, before, like pre-Disney and post-Disney.
My firstborn child.
Could be,
Right.
and
I kind of can't have children normally.
um, well, and like I said, it could
In
be,
like
but
born wise.
yeah, like I said, it could. He could ask for that, but then again, he could, uh, due to the fact he would probably see some shadow of your true self. He'd probably try to avoid that. But like I said, it could be a wide range of different things to a favor. So with them, just be careful on what he asks for. Other than that, music is always welcomed.
It's like CDs or MP3s or
If it's if they're without out if they're not like old, like they got a gray beard and stuff, just there would be more of along lines of Ren Fair.
it's like music boxes.
Yeah, like anybody my age would go for the MP3s, CDs, but them they would go for like the music box, the Renaissance fair type music type deal. Or here it'd be more of long lines of like uh, Asian influence music of more feudal Asia.
Okay.
But those are usually accepted in exchange of our local currency.
Okay. So I think I have an idea what kind of stuff to bring.
Yeah, but other than that, you should be okay. You should be good.
So, about your security system, do you kind of want that?
Yes. Uh, I'm kind of venturing not just for being a club owner. I'm more going to be along the lines of a neutral street lord. I'm already taking in, uh, somewhat taking in the young mage I told you about, and he has some problems with new people
Yeah, I kind of
that I
thought he
noticed.
might do.
And knowing what I'm work knowing what I've been having to work with, it'd be good idea to have at least the technology side of my security uh, at the razor's edge of almost razor's edge of the current.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not. There's a lot of things that I can't really do, but when it comes to your typical normal technology stuff, I can totally help sort that out.
All right. That's mainly what I was actually going for is on the technology side of the security. I've actually got people from my mom's family coming in to work on the magical wardings on the place.
Could you ask them if I can watch?
That would be more up to her. I
Like I
can
said, could you
see.
ask them?
Yeah, I can see if I can ask her. It's just we tend to be secretive.
Yeah, I understand.
Uh, but like if I explain to her, like, yeah, she's a uh, she's a dreamer, and she's very curious and about stuff, and she likes to learn, and she might go for it. I just have to ask her.
Okay.
But yeah, I can try and work that out for you.
Cool.
But anything else you wanted to know or ask?
Not that I can think of. I mean, is there anything you think I should know?
Uh,
Other than about the
no.
whisper guy.
They tend to look very gnarly, but don't call them on it unless you phrase it like they would, like somebody would hear a compliment.
Okay. I mean, lots of people have different ways of looking.
Yeah.
What'd you do with my other shoes, sis?
Other than that, that's about it.
Cool.
On the whisper guy and everything else.
What times of day do you tend to kind of close up?
For here.
Yeah.
I'd say at last call is about 2 to 3 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
If
So if I aim to come back around 3:30, do you think I could see about making a few of the upgrades to the system then, and then I can see about working on the cameras over the next few days?
yeah, that'll be fine. I'll just make sure to have my bartender call last call about 2, so we have time at least an hour to clean up and give you
Well,
some.
I mean, I can come a bit later if you want. You said it was around 2 or 3, so I figured 3:30 everybody would be out, and it doesn't matter if you guys are still cleaning.
Okay, that's fine.
Or I can come at 4 if you'd rather. Or, I mean, obviously I kind of have to leave at 6, so there's a limit to how much I can get done tonight. But
Yeah, I could. If it does, you don't mind us cleaning around you, that we can work with that.
okay, like I said, I'll
But
see what I can get done,
all
and
right,
let you know, and then
all
maybe
right,
in a few days come back and do the rest of it.
okay. If you
Hello.
need to actually, if your
Are you
work
there?
runs over and you need to call and stay
I had a
sleep
meeting.
sleep for the day. The place
I
has
had a
got
meeting
some
at 10 o'clock. That's why I didn't-
bedrooms upstairs,
I was on the
and
phone.
uh, upstairs if you need to crash for the
What's
day.
that?
If
Huh?
you actually went over.
Great. Well, that's good to know, just in case.
He has a funeral today. He can't talk to me, so I'll call him tomorrow.
I
He
kind
has
of,
a
like I
funeral
said,
today.
been
I
actually
have not. I was able
been
to talk
working
to him
on this
today. I will
type of
talk to him
thing for a little
tomorrow.
bit since I've actually started the club.
That makes sense.
How are you? You okay?
Other than that, if you don't have any more questions, I don't have any more questions.
Okay, that's cool. Like I said, if I come back later, I can make a start on the stuff that's just a straight up upgrade to the system, and then
All right.
work on making the improved
Who's a
cameras to
fucking
replace
moron?
the current ones.
Okay. That works.
I just said somebody was a fucking.
The cameras will probably take a few days, but I can do those at home rather than here. In fact, it'd
Yeah.
probably be better to do them there.
I kind of figured you're higher up since you're a youngling for your society. They want you coming home at a certain time.
Generally, yes.
Yeah, these little meetings.
Like I said, if your work for tonight actually runs over, you can call them and tell them your work ran over and you're crashing at site, and you'll
Cool.
be back you can be back for that for the following night.
Yeah, for a one-off, they generally don't mind. It's just they like to know that everyone's okay.
Yeah,
I mean, nobody wants to have people go missing and nobody notice.
living parents are like that as well.
Precisely.
That's why I said if you needed, you worked your work carried over a little bit where you were going to be running right out into daylight, I'd rather you just go ahead and call and tell them you're crashing at where you were working at, and you'll be back for the following night.
Oh, definitely. Trust me. Not running outside into
He
daylight
was only
anytime
an
soon.
action feature. You know, he worked
But
when
yes,
the other
so
picture was on.
if
He works
that's
at the
everything,
VA
I'll leave
as
you
a
to
VA
your work and stuff, and I'll be back later.
Okay. I will give my bartender the heads up when he calls last call. You'll be probably coming in to work on the systems that you can work on for tonight.
Cool.
I love you.
Okay, so give me a bell if anything comes up.
Okay.
I should probably give you my number, not just my email. Bear in mind,
Yeah.
sometimes my number changes unpredictably, but this is the one that I'm using at the moment. So
Okay. If anything, if this number gets shut off, I'll email you.
excellent.
All
Okay,
right. I actually, if you time it just right, Michael should be in the bar, and if you want to talk to him, you can talk to him then.
cool. Well, I'll see if he's happy to talk.
Just to clarify, just give you a heads up. Like I said, he's a little bit leery of new people. He may look you over through his sites, his magical sites, and
Okay,
he more than likely, hey, if I notice your bracelet, he will notice your bracelet.
okay,
And but once he sees it's not active and it doesn't have anything that could be harmful, he'd probably be okay with it.
okay.
Like I said, he's leery of new people.
Well, I can't really blame him for that.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure that one out, but he acts like some of some people of my family that has actually had a really big bad trauma and trauma, and that's why they're not trusting of new people.
Yeah.
But I'm not calling him. I'm not calling him on it. If I'm the type of person, if he wants to tell you, he'll tell you. It's his business to tell you.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that makes sense.
But other than that, like if once he also sees that you're just basically like a student asking questions, he'll go into his workshop teacher mode.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. Other than that, yeah. Uh, Out of character, you want? We're wrapping up, trying to wrap up the scene.
I kind of thought so because it seemed like we'd reached the end.
Yeah.
If anything else you want to come up with, that's fine. But I kind of figured we'd covered everything.
Yeah. Yeah. He just goes. He just looks at his cell phone. I probably should get back to work, and I should let you go to talk to your mom, dad.
Oh, my dad's still in England, so it's not really an issue. But
Okay. I mean your parenti in absentia.
yeah, my superiors and so forth.
Yeah.
Yeah. Plus, maybe I can see if I can get them to see about getting some music boxes and stuff.
That'd probably be a good idea. All right. Do you want me to extra the scene, or do you want to?
You go ahead.
Um. All right, everybody. This was the scene between Dextra getting her first job with the local club, Neutral Street Lord. Riker is seriously contemplating how is he interacting with these highly banal people, and why is he not acting more uncomfortable around these banal people. Until next time.